Because I was in the YouTube too.
We live on YouTube now. Live on YouTube. Live on YouTube.
Live on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Live right now.
Most High Christ.
Shalom, Israel.
Shalom.
Tuesday night, Brotherhood class, you know what I'm saying, where we go over, certain scriptures in detail and show you the brotherhood inside the scriptures, man. We show you what your Christian church can't show you, don't tell you, don't want you to know. Because if it was up to the Christian church, you'd be a selfish bastard worried about yourself. With the coronavirus and everything going around right now, a lot of these Christian churches, they aren't open. But they always have that statement that they like to use, faith without works is dead, without understanding, well, what the hell is the works? You talking about faith without works, you got to have the faith of a mustard seed. That mustard seed got to grow. Christian church ain't growing right now. They're looking pretty stagnant, Every church that you could think of right now is closed. They closed down. The moment that the plague started to happen, the one place of faith, or the largest faith-based religion is closed down. Nobody can go get that Sunday worship. They can't go in there and get that prayer. You can't go get that baptism from your pastor no more, because where he at? He hiding at home. He took your tithe money. The last Sunday he was able to open up. He bought his self supplies and he holed up at the crib. TD Jakes got all the Purell that money can buy, and off your money at that. He didn't go get that off his own dime. He got that off yours. So where the hell is his faith at? He didn't have faith when he sat up there. He asked you for your money, for him to be safe right now. Where we at? We here in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. We've been open every day since every city went down into quarantine. We've been open. We've held classes. We've held camp. We passed out food. We passed out supplies. And where has your pastors been at, man? Where's your Christian, where's your Muslim imams at? Where they at? Where they at? They showing you they ain't got brotherhood in this time, man. The reason why we open is because this work gotta be done. This work right now, it'll help us all, separate from our oppressor and actually see what's going on. To see that what's going on right now, it's not just a happenstance that the coronavirus is seeping through the earth without any salt of it being collapsed, seeing it being controlled. The difference between the coronavirus and every other virus that we see on the face of the earth right now, there's some type of contingency plan for it. There's some type of vaccine or cure, or at least a treatment. The coronavirus, this is judgment from the Lord, because they don't know what the hell to do with it. And the first part of it that that this is something of the Lord is that the church is down. Your pastor should have been the one to teach you that if you have faith in the Most High, that you shouldn't be scared. You should still do your regular. I know me, we just like the scripture say, watch the ant. Even he know how to prepare. Just paraphrase. You stay prepared for most everything, most anything. Commander General YAHANNA, he teaches us to stay prepared. So when this thing happened, it wasn't a shocker. It wasn't like, this just happened out of nowhere. No. We prophesy this every week. This is what we do. That's our job as a priest and a prophet, to be the seers. That's part of brotherhood, to see and show somebody something that they can't see, that they don't have the mind to do so. You know what I mean? So, like most classes, we try to open it up with questions or comments. Anybody have any questions or comments before we go forward? Brother? No? Y'all right? Y'all good over here? All right, well, without further ado, Ron, give me that the first one I want in Joshua chapter 1, verse 8.
Come, this is the book of Joshua, chapter 1, verse 8.
Uh-huh.
The book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth.
The book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth. So first off, this the first mess up with your church. Church don't preach the first 5 books of the Bible. They don't go into the law. They didn't give a damn about the law. How do you know? Because they eating pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. Just like the general brought out, either last week or the week before, most of these diseases or viral infections that we have, in the earth, come from the dealings of humans with animals. and they come crossbreed from those animals to humans through consumption. So like the flu itself came from swine. We wouldn't be dealing with the flu had not people been eating pork. But once you let that law slip from your mouth, that's when everything starts to happen. That's when all of the plagues, the curses, all of the dealings, when you begin to sin, is because you forsaken the law. Read on.
Come. But thou shalt meditate therein day and night.
But you got to meditate in this day and night. Here in this school in the I.S.U.P.K, we meditate in this law day and night. That's why we are here. This thing right here, being open for our brothers and sisters, this is so that way we can teach you to meditate in that law day and night. So you know how to stay the hell away from the coronavirus. You stay away from the coronavirus being what they call social distancing. It's what the Bible calls being holy, being separate. That's how the hell you stay away from the coronavirus. There's been a cure for the coronavirus that's been written for over 4,000 years. It's called the Bible. The Bible would cure the coronavirus, or it would have prevented, and then it would have kept you away from the people that would have transmitted the coronavirus by being separate from them people. Them Chinese people eating them bats, eating them pangolins that come out of their wet markets, we wouldn't have had no dealings with them had we all been separate. But your Christian church teaches you the opposite. Your church teaches you that God loves everybody, so you should too. For you to mix and mingle with everybody. Everybody deserves the love of God. Well, you know what they deserve out of the love of God? They deserve you to be in rulership. But the only way for you to be into rulership, read that first part for me.
This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth.
For you to have rulership, the book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth. The reason why we have a rank and order structure here, because there's brothers that hold the book of the law in their mouth, and they understand where rulership comes from, and rulership comes from the Most High. That's how it comes down. That's brotherhood, being in charge and leading people with the book of the law. That's brotherhood. Me teaching you not to eat pork, shrimp, crab, or lobster, to eat that, to lay with white women, to lay with white men, that's brotherhood. That's me showing you what to do and what not to do. That's works. That's me having faith in the Most High. It's teaching you something that, hell, you may look at me crazy for. You may look at me in an ocular spirit because I'm telling you to do something that you, not to do something that you enjoy. Read on.
Come, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night.
Go ahead.
That thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein.
To observe and to do all that is written therein. Not one piece of this law should you forsake, for you to give up. That's the reason why the Christian church ain't open right now. They forsake parts of this law. They don't read it to its entirety, nor do they understand it. If they were to understand that everything that you see is not for consumption, then you know what? There wouldn't be a such thing as the AIDS virus. How many of y'all know that the AIDS or HIV virus in the Congo? Because the largest religion in Africa is Christianity. So it's kind of hard to believe that those people who contracted the AIDS virus first were anything but that, because only Christianity teaches you that you can do whatever you want to outside of the law of the Most High. Read on. You got something on that?
Nah, that's what's up.
Go ahead.
Come. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success.
And thou shalt have good success. Right now, there is no good success going on right now. I mean, people understand that the stock market done crashed at least 8,000 points since the surface of the coronavirus reaching into the United Shore. Over here in the States, the coronavirus has made the goddamn stock market fall to one of its lowest points since the recession of 2008. How many people are aware of that? People don't know that. That's something that you just don't know. People don't tell you. People don't know that you would be, and the thing is because the stock market has fallen, how many of our lives have changed, really? My life hasn't changed. But I'm being more successful with this truth, though, because I let not the book of this law depart from my mouth. I meditate on it day and night. I stay prepared. And in the preparation, I meditate on these laws. These laws will keep you ready for everything. It keeps you ahead of the curve. We know that these things are set to happen, are set to come to pass. So we stay prepared for it all. Some stuff we do got to gather more. I'm not going to say that, hey, I have 50,000 bullets, sitting up in my closet somewhere. But you know what I do have? I got brothers that's like-minded like me that stay prepared for certain things. So I don't need to have 50,000 bullets when collectively we got 100,000. So what do I need 50,000 for when they gonna shoot just as much as me, or they'll shoot for me? We prepared as a collective, and then part of our preparation, it was coming together like these scriptures say. The law say to stay together. The law says to be together. The law says what to eat, what not to eat, who to sleep with, who not to sleep with. That's what we meditate on day and night. Read verse 9 for me.
God, verse 9. Have I not commanded thee? Be strong and of a good courage.
Goddamn, be strong and of a good courage. Where's the courage of your Christian pastor? Why is he not doing these works? Why is he not out fulfilling his duty as a spiritual leader for the flock? Why is he not? Read that next part.
God, be not afraid.
Because he's afraid. What it say?
Be not afraid.
Because his scary ass is at home, lathering down in Purell, trying to stay away from his parishioners. The scriptures say do what?
Be not afraid.
We ain't scared of y'all. That's why y'all here in this building with us. Do you think that I really gave a damn about the coronavirus over you serving the Most High? If I can get you to serve the Most High, you know what you won't get? The coronavirus. You won't get it. And if you do get it, you'll beat it. Want to know why? Because you're going to follow the law, statutes, and commandments. You're not going to eat that. You're not going to eat pig, pork, shrimp, crab, or lobster. You're not going to sleep with white people. So you're not going to be around those people who generally contract coronavirus. You know what niggas at? Niggas is in the hood.
Right.
Hispanics are in the barrio. Native Americans are on the reservation. The coronavirus can't reach there unless somebody who ain't supposed to be there is there, or they go somewhere where they should not be. And if they do bring it back there, guess what? As long as you ain't old as hell and have immunodeficiencies, then you're not going to die from the coronavirus. But first and foremost, if you serve the Lord, you ain't going to die from the coronavirus. Right. We hope to get the coronavirus in here because I don't fear any virus or sickness. It's the Father we fear. Right. That's the only fear we have. And the fear of the Most High is the beginning of wisdom, period, point blank. Drop that and get me 1 Timothy. Now you got that in Hebrews. And Hebrews, what did I want in Hebrews? Hebrews 11 and what it was, 6? Yeah, let's see that. Give me Hebrews 11 and 6, man. Because thing is, there was men in the Bible that had faith. And the thing is that, what your church is showing you and what most people in your life right now are showing you is that they don't have faith. They don't have faith. And with them not having faith, what's coming out of them right now is the selfishness. The selfishness that they have is starting to brew. That's why there's no toilet paper in most of your Walmarts. That's why there's no water. Every time you go and think about this, every time you go into a grocery store, there's always been water. Go ahead.
May I just add with what you just said? There's no faith. And when you go into these stores, it's obvious who the ones are panicking. You know
right.
what I'm saying? All the meat is gone,
but
the seasoning remains.
Right.
Toilet paper is still there, but the soap, toilet paper gone, but the soap is still there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Black folks are very thorough about making sure you coming in that house and quote unquote not smelling like outside.
Right.
So, and with all this panicking going on, you buying up all the needing supplies of the home out of selfishness, you're forcing everybody else to go into the same mode because they fear they ain't gonna never get a chance to get toilet paper. You got people who's ordering off Amazon toilet paper and Lysol, and they probably ordered it on Wednesday or Thursday, not gonna be able to get in until the next Monday.
Right.
You know, and it's obvious who's panicking, and it's also obvious who is helping,
right?
Because Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are getting the opportunity to enjoy white people panic. You get to stay home and get paid. You get to, if you're not as close with your family, you get to reassert that bond.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's none of us dying in the streets.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's an overall blessing. But you know, untrained eye ain't gonna see it.
Right.
But I just wanted to bring that out. It's obvious who's panicking, and it's obvious who don't have faith, and it's obvious who the Most High is not with.
Right. Most High in Christ. Because what you're saying is very true, sir. You know what I'm saying? You can tell who's panicking. And first and foremost, before I would put a color on it or a certain group of people, I'm going to classify them all as the one thing that they are, which is Christians. Your Christian population are the ones that's panicking. The thing is that if a Christian actually had faith, they would know that this was of the Most High and that this was to break them free of their chains. But they don't profess to read the book that they claim to love. They don't love the Most High, because if you did, you'd be out taking care of people instead of taking care of yourself. Because right now, everybody's me, like the brother said. All the toilet paper gone. Damn, I need to wipe myself too. I mean, hell, what do you think about me? I thought that was the Christian way to think about the brother. What about the Good Samaritan? But that's not what's on their mind, man. So go ahead and give me that on verse 6, Ron.
God, this is the book of Hebrews, chapter 11, verse 6. But without faith, it is impossible to please him.
But without faith, it's impossible to please the Most High. Now, at this time, we working to please the Most High. That's why we here right now. I'm not in here. I mean, yes, I'm in here for you all, but I'm in here to please the Most High. I'm in here to get his will done. And his will is that his people come out of the pestilence that's hitting this earth. All of the tragedies that happened, the tornado in Nashville, the wildfire that struck California last year, the storms and hurricanes that hit down here, the tempests that hit. These are things that clear up the signs of when it's going to come to an end. But the thing is that you have to endure. You have to be set to endure. The Christian church shows you they're not built for endurance. Go ahead, sis, what you got?
I want to say,
All right, grab the mic, Mom.
I want to say that, is it on?
Is it on? You might turn it on.
Push it up?
Yeah, you got to push it up.
Okay, I want to say that I was told that the Rothschilds and stuff they were in California.
Mm-hmm.
So they set all those fires. Mm-hmm. But what they don't know is that the Most High is behind it, making them do that to destroy it. Mm-hmm. You know, because destruction was coming. Mm-hmm. You know, because like for the last 2 years, the Most High had me telling people to save food and to be ready. And then the last year, I've been telling not even the last 6 months, he told me to tell them he's going to blow that African dust in here at 350 miles an hour. That's what all this is about. They're trying to lock us in here. So that saying, that dust song that came from Africa, from the Sahara Desert, y'all know about it, came in 2018, 2019. Well, he told me to tell people he's going to sing it one more time, which is 2020. He didn't say 2020, but let's just go, you know, he does things in threes. 2018, he sent it June 15th. 2019, he sent it June 17th. So we can assume he's sending it in June this year.
Well, that's just, you know what I'm saying? We can't say yes or no on that. That hadn't been shown, you know what I'm saying? But Most High in Christ, what you're saying though, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Even if our oppressor was doing that, the only reason they have their position in this earth is because the Most High gave the earth into the hands of the wicked. You know what I mean? So for them doing anything on it, you know what I mean? It's of the Lord. The same way that if they wanted it, You know, the Most High hardened Pharaoh's heart for him to knock him down.
That's
So
right.
the same thing is
That's
gonna
what I'm
happen
saying.
to our oppressor. So even them putting that together to lock us in for that, you can lock us in, but the plague that comes down is not for us. It's
That's right.
for you. You see what I'm saying?
And I was
So-
reading that the other day.
Hold on to that, sis. What's going on?
No, just to have somebody raise your hand like we gotta continue with the class.
Well, we gotta go on with the lesson, baby. Go ahead.
All right, continuation of verse 6. For he that cometh to God must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him.
See, the thing is, man, you gotta diligently seek the Most High. The reason why most of us are here in this school is because we intend to diligently seek the Most High. Where is the Christian parishioners at? You can't go to church. How many of them are picking up their Bibles faithfully? Can't go back to church. You can't go into the church. Are you still seeking the Most High? You can't go in there to get anointed. You can't go get baptized. How are you still on your faith walk? What are you doing at this time? A lot of them, they back to getting high. They back to horn.
They're afraid.
They back to being afraid. But just like we read in Joshua, it said, "Be not afraid, because the Lord is going to be with you wherever you are." We here. The coronavirus is here. And guess where the Lord is at? The Lord is with the I.S.U.P.K.
Right.
The Lord is here with the brothers and the sisters inside this school. Not because, not just because we are Israelites, but it's because we intend to seek him diligently, man. So he's going to reward us. That reward may be your life going forward. That reward may be you beating the coronavirus, even if you was to catch it. Because the thing is that people above the age of 68 and forward die from the coronavirus because of immune deficiencies. People in between there is 70, but I'm gonna drop it to 68 because some of us, we live hard lives. You live hard lives, you smoke a bunch of cigarettes, you drink a lot, you deal with whores, you may have some deficiencies within your body. So you are susceptible to die from this. But now, if you're doing the things that the Lord said not to do, if you're not doing the things the Lord said not to do, which is smoking, eating foods you shouldn't eat, sleeping with people you shouldn't sleep with, being around folks that you shouldn't be around, because it's social distancing. Again, that's just being separate, that's being holy. The Lord called us to be a holy and separate nation of people. If we were separate and holy, we wouldn't have to worry about the coronavirus. If that would be like, you ever seen something on the internet and you thought to yourself, man, okay, how about this? Like meth. Meth isn't something that Negroes do. That's white people stuff. I mean, that's oppressor stuff. That's stuff that oppressors do. Now, if we were separate and from among them, that would be a Moabite, like how Donald Trump said, that's the Chinese flu. If people stay separate from Chinese people when it first dropped, wouldn't have to worry about that being amongst us. This is Chinese flu, that's them. Now, when white folks got to catching it, stay away from them. That's theirs. But now how can you stop something that's in there? You can't stop something that's in there. So now what you got to do? You got to think about who moves the air, who controls what goes on. It's the Most High. He said, I kill, I make alive, I wound, I heal. And if you were to catch it, you have to know that it was from the Most High. What's going on, sir?
I just want to say, man, that was the one and only thing that devil said. Oppressor said that was true, which is the Chinese virus.
Right.
Because it started in Chinese. And them people, they are starting to feel what it's like to be black. Because people do not want to be around them. People do not want to buy anything from them. People are very cautious from them. The sight of them is scary, especially to those who treat us the same way. So, Most High in Christ for that.
All right. They getting the so-called the nigga treatment. That's the thing. Now everybody is understanding. I got you, sis. Hold on. Everybody is understanding what it's like to be treated like a black person.
Right.
Thing is, nobody wants to touch you. Nobody wants to come be around you. You can't even sneeze without a mug wanting to look you up and down. Then they won't go upside your head. That's what black people got. You can't go to work. If you're an hourly worker and you can't go to work, you can't get paid. When your moms, back in the day, most of us whose mother was an hourly worker, we dealt with them times where she was sick. And she was like, well, I gotta go to work, because if I don't go to work, I can't get paid. That's what's going through the mind of most of Americans today, is that, damn, if I get sick, and if it wasn't for the government establishing that severance package that he wants to give out for people, they would have no thought of catching in that benefit if they didn't go to work. Hell, me myself, I'm an hourly worker. If they had not said that they would give that money if I couldn't go to work, I wouldn't know what the hell I would do. I wouldn't know. As we forward. But now that's where he brought in earlier that the blessing really comes down, because hell, you don't even have to be sick. All you gotta do is say you won't stay at home. Right. It's too risky for you to go out the house because you don't want to catch the corona. Damn that, I don't want to catch corona. I mean, it could be true or not be true. I mean, do all things within reason and use your better judgment. Use your best wisdom. You know what I mean? If you can go to work and you can take care of your household, take care of your household. But goddamn it, if the oppressor is going to give out benefits for not going to work, why in the hell would you let them devils take it all? You get down and you get you some too. And then you know what you do with that? You go ahead and pay your tithes to Commanding General YAHANNA. You make sure that he can keep them 18-wheelers moving so he can feed blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. That's what we do here. That's the works. The works is being courageous, man. Getting out here in the face of this, what they would call a pandemic, and showing that you are not afraid to still love your people. Oppressors don't love other oppressors. They're not out there trying to help them. They'll rather throw them a couple dollars, stay at home. That's the help that they have for their people. Well, we got knowledge and wisdom for you. We got this school right here, man. We got food if you can't feed yourself. We got clothes if you can't clothe yourself. That's what we got. Our faith, we got faith and works. We are a living, moving body of people. The church is, however, dead at this time right now. Or I can tell you how you have a shot. Right. You know what I'm saying? You got something on that? We got some more on that on Hebrew. But go ahead, read 7. Give me 7. Go ahead, sis. What you got?
I just want to say, they say the art of war is misdirection. They got us thinking that the Chinese, this is a Chinese disease. But did you know it was made in a laboratory in America? That Chrome 19, that's the code for the laboratory code that was made here in America. So therefore it had to be bought here and taken over there.
Hold your point. That's conjecture. That's not proof. That's just that. Hold on, sis. That's conjecture. That hasn't been proven.
Yes, it is.
No, it hasn't been proven. If you can prove it, give out of the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses is truth established. So pull me up 3 sources that say the same thing. If you can't, then hold your point on that, because we're not gonna pass.
You gotta put 1 and 2. 1 plus 1.
The scriptures say, lean not unto thy own understanding. So even then, you are leaning on to your own understanding. You trying to put 1 and 2 together with yourself, but you haven't came with other people to establish that.
Well, I mean, so if they were here, I brought them here, they would tell you that too.
But it's all right. That's cool. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is I'm not here to say that you're wrong. I'm here to say that we can't teach that. So for me, if we're doing a class that's aired live and people are hearing you say that, the thing is that if it's just live. So if you can't prove it and we can't stand on it, then we can't teach it, because your mouth is going into the ears of people on the internet, so you can actually scare somebody into believing into what I would call a conspiracy. So we're gonna hang on to that, and we can dish it back and forth amongst one another later on. That's cool. No, you're okay. You're okay, sis.
If I may. Like you said, we are teaching a class. and people are watching this. But if you have conspiracy theories that you want to discuss, I would ask that you will hold it after the class. Right now, when you bring up points, we need them to stick with questions with the scriptures or points you need to make with the scriptures. And we also need to maintain respect. So when the teacher is telling you hold your peace or, just hold it, it's because he needs to get through the class because people are watching this, as he said. That's all I'm gonna say. Wow.
So like, no sweat, sir. It's no sweat. Like I said, we can kick it back and forth. Once we out there, we can dish it out, all right? You can show me your sources, and we can go through it together, okay? Go ahead, Ron. Where we at? I think we on 7 with Noah.
This is verse 7.
Go ahead.
By faith, Noah, being warned of God of things not seen as yet, moved with fear, prepared an ark to the saving of his house.
Hold on. See now, here in this school, now, just like with Noah, you know what I'm saying? Noah, God came to Noah and he showed him this thing. He showed him the destruction. He told them the flood was going to come. Much like the priests and officers here in this school. We read these scriptures, we go out and we prophesy, because this is the Lord's will. And in those prophecies, we begin to prepare to maintain this house, to maintain this school. You see what I'm saying? So in our preparation, we got food, we got clothes, we got disinfectant should we need. We got it all. But the thing is that our faith is what drives us to do this. The church, this is showing how obviously they didn't have faith. Where was their preparation? They read out the New Testament. So that means they got the book of Revelations like we got the book of Revelations. You know that it's dictating pestilence. It's mandating death, destruction, wars, famines. It's the stock market crash. It's showing these things in Revelation. Where was the preparation in the church? Where's the preparation at? The one thing they was prepared to do was lock the door. If there was anything that the Christian church was prepared to do, it was to lock the parishioners out, to not have them come in and spread the coronavirus. Just like years ago when Hurricane Harvey happened, was that 2 years ago? Something like that, 2 years ago? What happened with the churches? What happened to Joel Osteen's church and every other mega church in the Houston area? He did what, sis? He shut it down. Damn right. Most High in Christ. He shut it down. And it wasn't because he didn't have the space to take care of the folks. I mean, I can see if you shut the door after you filled it up. After you fill it up, you shut the door and say, hey man, I can't take no more. He took in nobody. Go ahead.
Like if I may, and like you say, they locking these churches up, but they preach every day that that's your place of refuge.
It's your what?
Your place of refuge.
So
you know what I'm saying?
They said that?
They say that.
Oh man.
Come to the house of the Lord. This place right here is the place of refuge.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? Where you're supposed to come get yourself fixed, as they say. And you can't even get in touch with the pastor, man. You know, how are you supposed to be? If you got coronavirus, you preach every day that you're a healer, right? And you have the right hand of God with you, right?
Damn.
You're supposed to be able to heal somebody, right? But why you lock your doors?
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? But you still post on your website that you can still send your tithes and your offerings to this Cash App right here.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
Some of them
will be able to enter the church. So if you one of those only give $1 offering in church, you're not gonna come.
Damn.
They're not gonna let you in.
we need the highest bidder.
Yeah, we need the people that sit in the front seats that we put the white cover over the seat to let you know that all y'all people that sit in the back now, y'all can't come because we know y'all might be dirty. You know what I'm saying? That's why we're locking our doors.
And that's the faith of your Christian pastor, man. The only faith he has is that he has the faith your Christian pastor has is the faith of a pimp. You know what the faith of a pimp got? That his whole that his woman is always gonna complete the track. She's gonna do her round and she's gonna come home. And guess what most of these Christians gonna do? They gonna wait. They gonna wait until the pimp say come home. that it's cool. All that money that you saved up through your taxes, it is tax season. Don't forget it's tax season.
Right.
Let's not forget that Donald Trump is giving out those $1,000 packages. You know what I mean? With the money for the coronavirus. That's the money your Christian pastor is gonna be expecting when all this is over with. Next time, you know what I'm saying? Next time all this happens, you know what I'm saying? Next time when this is over, your pastor is going to tell you that I know you have that money. I know you got paid throughout this whole time. Come home, come to church. It is time to open the doors of the ark. $1,000 worth of seeds when that pastor opens up that church. Now, what you should be doing is, if you don't know what to do with all that money, you don't know what to do with it all, I'll tell you what you can do with 10%. You bring your 10% here, you give it to the real men of the Lord, and we'll show you what planting seeds actually do. We'll feed some people off your 10%. We'll pay some bills that need to be paid off your 10%. You know what? Because when you don't have it, guess what? That same 10% that you gave, you could potentially be fed off of that here in this school. You here looking at 10% with the lights on right now. You looking at what 10% of some brother's money did, because that brother has faith. And in his faith, he know that these works needed to be committed. But that's not your pastor. We ain't your Christian pastor. We ain't your Muslim imam. We not your Buddhist counselor. We ain't none of that. We priests and prophets of the goddamn Most High.
Right.
We come here to teach. We come here to wake our people the hell up in the middle of the storm. We step out here when it seems like it's no hope. What the hell? Most people, I was having a conversation with a brother earlier today, and he's so scared he don't even want to dap me up. He don't want to bump fists because he's scared of the coronavirus. I say, goddamn, what I look infectious to you? I haven't coughed. I haven't sneezed. I haven't sniffled. What the hell wrong with you, man? You don't know how it is, man. It's hard out here, man. That corona is getting real. I said, well, you sound like the Cardi B commercial. Go ahead, sir.
Salakia. My own personal sister wouldn't allow my youngest niece to run up and give me a hug until I took a shower.
Goddamn.
Mm-hmm.
No, look, I mean, and see that, and that's the thing. When we live life like our oppressors, we begin to think like them. So you know who's doing that? Our oppressors is doing that. But this is showing you the real mind of most of these people, because if you were really set on, being clean or being sanitized, where the hell was all your sanitation before the coronavirus? This shows you how nasty people actually are. Go ahead, sis. Use the mic.
So like I said, but isn't there in the Bible a precept of when Jesus, he got invited to eat at someone's house or something, I'm not sure, but they were questioning why he didn't wash his hands. Right.
Yeah, well, see, with that, so at that time, the Sadducees and the Pharisees, you got it? You know where it's at? Go ahead, if you got it, bring it to me, man, but for time's sake, I'll paraphrase it and go on with it. So they were upset because the disciples didn't wash their hands, and it was like they were caught up after the traditions of men. And this is what Christ explained to them, that it's not what goeth in a man's mouth isn't what defiles him, but is what comes out. So who gives a damn about you having dirty hands when you eat food, when you're a goddamn liar? Now I'm eating food with dirty hands, and the things that come out of my mouth actually saves people. I heal people with my words. But now you eat food with clean hands and you're a filthy sinner. You're disgusting. You lie on people. You tell stories. You call women whores that haven't slept with anybody but their husbands, and then intend to sleep with her because she doesn't want to sleep with you. You know what I'm saying? That's the things that the Sadducees and the Pharisees would do. And Christ had to cut them. That it's not what goes in your mouth that defiles you, it's what comes out.
Right.
Okay.
And that what you was looking for is actually Mark chapter 7. And you can start at 1 and you can go all the way down to 9, or you can go down to 10 if you want.
But that's the story right there.
That's the story you're talking
Mark
about.
chapter 7 all the way down to 10.
Right.
So give me Matthew chapter 6 verse 9. You know what I'm saying? Because we're gonna try to get a little bit further into it, man, because the thing is, man, it's about the works, man. Right now, we're at a time where the works is everything. Your works is what's gonna define you to the Most High. It should be what defines you to your people. Now, as people have seen, the UPK, we still on every street corner around America, around the goddamn globe. And the coronavirus is in every city, every country around the goddamn globe. So now it's time to see who the hell is really courageous, who is fearless. These are the type of men you should want to follow. Not that Christian pastor that's laid up at home, that's scared. He's scared to come face you. Now he gonna face you when you got a pocket full of money. What about the niggas that stood on the corner that faced you when you was broke? The same niggas who took you into the door when you didn't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of and said, you know what? You can come up in here and cough. Bring your cough in here. I can give a damn about your cough. I ain't scared of you. Come in here. I'm gonna dap you up, give you a hug. We gonna open the same door and close the same goddamn door. We gonna sit in the same damn chairs. And you know what we all gonna do together? We gonna serve the goddamn Most High. If I got anything to say about it, that's period. You got that for me out?
God.
Read that for
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 6, verse 9. After this manner, therefore, pray ye, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Verse 10, thy kingdom come, thy will be done.
See, this is the thing right here. The coronavirus, this is the Lord's will. This is it. But you have to be praying for the Lord's will to be done. Punishment and destruction must come for the Lord's kingdom to come here on earth. It wasn't just cakes and roses for Egypt to fall. It wasn't as if, Joshua and them walked into the promised land and asked the African nations just to leave, the Perizzites and the Jebusites and the Canaanites. They ain't just walking there and tell them to leave. They ain't walking there and just tell them to go. This is our spot. Hell no. The Lord's will had to be done. And the Lord paved the way for them brothers to go in there and kill them. Now this time the Lord is doing the killing himself. The Lord said he's going to repay. Vengeance is his, saith the Lord. We got the Lord have on earth that's moving like he does in heaven. There's angels that's here causing this punishment and destruction. But you have to be praying in that manner. This is where your faith comes in. What are you praying for? What do you really want? Are you praying the Lord, asking him to not give you the coronavirus so that way you can go out and teach more people to serve him? Or are you just praying to not get the coronavirus so you can go to work today? What the hell are you praying for? What is your faith in, man? If your faith ain't in that this is the Lord's will and that it should be done and that it needs to be done for you to come out of oppression, then you ain't living right. Your mind not in the right place. Your thoughts are in the wrong area. You aren't thinking right. Give me James chapter 1 verse 9.
If I may, to piggyback what you're saying about his will be done. In the book of Psalms, chapter 78, verse 49, it says, he cast upon them the fierceness of his anger.
The what?
The fierceness of his anger.
God damn, go ahead, right?
Wrath and indignation and trouble by sending evil angels among them. So like you said, when the Lord does something, he's sending angels to do it.
He's sending angels.
You know what I'm saying? So we have to have, what comes with faith, we have to have discipline, man. And discipline means, with this virus going on, that don't mean if you see the last pack of meat in this pork going by, well, I gotta eat.
Right.
You still have to follow the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Bible. You know what I'm saying? So don't get loose with the laws, man. I mean, if it's just pork, leave it there. The Lord will send you some food if you unable to get some food. He will feed you. He fed a lot of people with just very little.
Right.
And that still happens, man. So you say, give what, sir?
What we going? What I say?
You said
James 1:9, and that's so heavy because the thing is that most people don't understand that these are angels at play.
Right.
This ain't just your ordinary, happenstance of a mug eating a bat. The law was never given to Moab to goddamn follow. So the Chinese are eating bats. Now, yes, the virus could have stayed among them, but it jumped and it went all across the globe in months, in weeks. That's it. That's the Lord moving.
Right.
That's just not no regular happenstance going on, man. This is the Lord doing work. He's putting in the work. And you know who's missing out on that work? And Barakataya Hawaii for it? Thing is, we missing out on the work. We missing out on the Lord doing his punching. We missing out on that. Why? Because we choose to follow him diligently in all things. In everything that we do. We meditate on the book of the law day and night. We in these scriptures. We passing out prophecies. We passing out warnings. And we passing out solutions. We in this. We do this. Where's your pastors at, man? Where's your Muslim imams, man? Where are they at? Where's the one? Where the woman and the God? Where's the woman is God at?
Right.
Where's all the people that believe that the woman is God? Where all that? Where is she at? Where's the woman that they call God? Because I'm waiting on her to get rid of the coronavirus, man. Where are my conscious people at?
Salakia, if I may.
Go ahead.
What is it that Mother Earth trying to prove and do, to all these people that's asking, who believes in her? What is it that the galaxy is trying to do?
Salakia, if I could, sir, what alignment of stars is justifying the coronavirus?
Right.
What horoscope have you read?
Right.
That's going to keep you from the coronavirus? What is that? Your faith is in all this nonsense on the earth that our oppressors and all these weird nations of people are giving you. And the thing is that you forgetting the niggas on the corner that's been telling you that plagues and pestilence are set to come since 1969.
Salakia, since this coronavirus has hit, all them people has been silent.
Weird nations of people. Thank you. The water, sir. Those people have literally been silent. You want to know why? Because they are scared as hell. They are scared. But you know who ain't scared? These same brothers you're looking at right here. You're gonna see another brother up here just like me tomorrow, because he has all the brotherhood inside of his soul, inside of his body. He's gonna come conduct his class, even through the curfew or whatever, or the homestay, whatever the hell they want to call it. The brother's gonna come right here in this same seat. He's gonna teach his class tomorrow, not just because he isn't afraid, but because he loves his people. That's why we do this, because we understand that faith without works is dead, man. The Christian church is dead. Where they works at? Where's the fruits of their labor? Where's the ushering people into the church for supplies? Where they at? The thing is, they're not even telling people where you can get supplies from. But if you go onto a brother's page, you know what I'm saying, Officer Habana, he'll tell you where they're giving supplies at the schools, where you can go get food at. Now, the thing is, if you come here on a good day, you might find your brother who'll take you to go get supplies, who might help you with that. You know what I'm saying? Captain Yatazak here, that brother there, he'll get you whatever you need. You let him know you need it. That's the thing, like, our school this isn't something that we just do, you know. This isn't something that's just fun. This ain't, I mean, hell, I love it. Don't get me wrong. But I understand the importance of it, man. And your pastor, what was important to him was what was lined in your pocket. What's important to me is you actually serving the Most High, man. You got that for me out? James 1 and 9.
No.
It'll say,
This is the book of James, chapter 1, verse 9.
Go ahead.
Let the brother of low degree rejoice in that he is exalted.
Yeah.
10. But the rich in that he is made low, because as the flower of the grass he shall pass away.
All right. Now let the brother of low degree rejoice because he's going to be exalted right now. We all of low degree, but guess what right now? We getting to come up. We getting to come up right now. Right. And that rich, what is he going to do?
He shall pass away.
He going to pass away. All the wealth in this place, man, is passing away. The rich, they passing away right now. It's nothing. Thing is that the rich man, he doesn't have anything to work for right now. He doesn't need these things that we giving you right now. Hell, even this class, if there's a rich man watching, the thing is that his mind isn't really set on me giving out faith. Because his faith is in his money. That's what he has to work for him. But the person like me, the thing that we all need, which is the reason why we here, is because we looking for faith. We trying to understand, well, what the hell should I put all of this? What should I put my heart into? You put your heart right here in your people, man. You put your heart right here in this school, man. You're going to be a better sister. You're going to be a better brother. We're going to be a better nation because of it, man. But you got to understand, what should you be putting all your faith into? What should you be putting your faith into to know what you should work toward, man? You should be working toward a kingdom for you and yours. This is how it's always done. I don't care what empire you want to think about, any empire you ever read about. First, you see the collapse of society, and then you see an uprising of a people, man. That's what you see. Go ahead, sir. I know you got something.
I was just going to say what you were saying was heavy because it goes to one of my favorite scriptures.
What's that is?
Where it says, paraphrasing, but it pretty much says the kingdom of heaven is within you.
Right.
So, you know, with us being a strong community, showing love to one another, being there for one another, and actually just being stable and diligent together in the under the law, statutes, and commandments, that's heaven. You know, and you take that piece of heaven with you everywhere you go. And whatever kind of personality you got, as long as it's righteous, you take that with you everywhere you go. And you give that piece of heaven to your people. Because heaven ain't nothing with you by yourself.
Damn right.
So
Damn right.
that's all I got.
Nah, man, look. I'll tell you like this, man. What the other one bringing out, man, is so heavy in that we all hold a piece of heaven. And the thing is that if you take that and you hide that away in your home at this time, you personally are withholding a piece of the kingdom of heaven from your brothers and your sisters. Right. And you're doing it selfishly. You're being selfish. And if you ain't being selfish and you're just being a coward, there's no place in here for you any damn way.
That's
Stay at home. We don't need you. If you scared of catching the coronavirus, don't goddamn come around us. Stay at home. It's fine. We don't need your cowardice amongst us, because when stuff really gets real, and it's because hell, stuff ain't got real just yet. And if you're gonna fold now, imagine when the plagues really hit. This ain't nothing but a sprinkle of water. It's a sprinkle of water. The Lord has not yet begun to pour down judgment and punishment yet. This is a peace. And if you are afraid, stay the hell away from me and my house, because you're not going to serve the Lord when it counts.
That's right.
You aren't. Like the brother said, if pork is the last piece of meat on the shelf, I can guarantee you're gonna eat it. If there's a whore left, you're gonna sleep with her. If there's a dollar waiting to be grabbed, sister, if you're scared, you're probably gonna sell your tail for it because you don't think that there's no more money around for it. I need you to hell from up out of this house. We don't want you here. We don't need you here. I'm saying for me, if you scared, stay away. Honestly, I'm not gonna judge you, but the Most High will. I can guarantee you that. I'm not gonna judge you, but the Lord will.
Right.
Give me the book of Psalms, chapter 49, verse 6, man. Give me the book of Psalms, chapter 49, verse 6, man.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 49, verse 6. That they trust in their wealth, themselves in the multitude of their riches.
They do what?
Boast in the multitude of their riches.
See, the thing is, right now, you got your Christian pastors, man. They boasted in their wealth and in their multitude of their riches, man. You had Creflo Dollar, man. He's probably one of the richest pastors out there, man. You know, most people don't understand that the Christian church has made $40 billion since the 80s until now. Above $40 billion. This is one of the richest industries there is in Christianity. Most people don't know that. You think that when reading the scriptures, you have the understanding that most of the prophets were poor. They lived in the wilderness. Christ himself, the Son of Man, didn't have a place to rest his damn head. He was going to and fro. Christ was what you would probably see today as a bum. Christ was a bum. He didn't have nothing. Your Christian pastor, that man of God, probably one of the wealthiest people that people see regularly, and he boasts in his wealth. He boasts. Go ahead, sis, what you got?
Jesus also was healing sick people
Right.
during times when people didn't want to be around the people that was
Right.
sick. So why now all of a sudden people be thinking that it's not the same? Like why people can't get healed from the Most High? If you know.
Well, I got you. So the thing is that since slavery, the person that was your spiritual leader, he got his knowledge from master. So his God or his Lord was what he saw in the big house. So now in this time, what people see as being holy or the person of God, he has to be somebody with money, because when we were given back our instructions, our Bible, the person that gave it to us was the person that wears the plain suit, was the person that wears, that drives a plain car with no elbows. He wasn't the poor person. Now, when the poor person, like myself, brings out the Bible and I tell you to stop smoking weed, it's a sin. It's against the Most High. I'm healing you. But now you're not going to take that from me because I look just like you. I look like a person that would more or less smoke weed. I look like a person that would more or less, sleep with whores. I look like that to you. But because gain equaling godliness was something that was given from the Christian church, we can't think any different or think any better because people don't want to listen to niggas that look like me.
So like so are you saying the people that, like the rulers now that are putting a misconception of like how the chosen people of God are, and they're making us seem like we're evil and wicked, and we are, just by saying like they look at us, they judge us? Because
yes, that's what goes on. It said, the scriptures say, woe to them that call us evil good and good evil. You have people that see white people or our oppressors and say that they're good, knowing all of the wicked things that they have done on the face of the earth. Now, when they look at people that live in Fifth Ward, some of the nicest people hell you ever met. Now, granted, they do suffer from poverty. They do suffer from oppression. And in those type of areas, you have people who more, for lack of better terms, are products of their environment. So they're not so trusting of other people because they have been robbed once or twice. Their cousin or uncle has been shot. So you have a misconception of black or brown folks that they're bad or that they're mean. No, they're just oppressed. That's the issue. That's the problem. But now we're at the point of being relieved from our oppression. So what it takes is for us to join together, not under being just black or brown. I mean, hell, if we could do that, then goddamn, I mean, trying to give us rules of engagement with one another. That's what we need. Go ahead.
I need to cut in. What you was bringing out was heavy, but when you're talking about that topic, you have to pay attention to the history of America. Now, we all know black don't crack. You know what I'm saying? It's some women and men out there that are in their 50s still looking like they 20, 35. So that tells you we know how to take care of ourselves, look good, but that's with oppression. Imagine how good everyone would look without oppression. So when you got that under consideration, now let's look at the history of blacks and whites. We instantly been the face of crime, the face of molestation, the face, especially our women, the face of abortions. We're the face of everything good. Look on TV. They're the face, the face of everything bad. Salaki, we're the face of everything bad. But if you look on TV, they're the face of everything good. Even the wickedness, we're the face of it. You know, and that's just always been. Nappy hair is bad, but straight hair, straight limp noodle hair, that's good. You know what I'm saying? That's always been a history with our oppressors and us. So make us look wicked, make them look bad. That's all I want to say.
You have a precept?
You got a
precept? You should. Okay. Well, go ahead and give us what was going to be. Okay, go ahead. Yeah, we had 7. Go ahead.
Come, verse 7. None of them can by any means redeem his brother, nor give to God a ransom for him.
See, the thing is, even with all that money, they can't redeem you. Hell, they can't redeem themselves. Nor can you give to God a ransom, nor can they ransom themselves. So they gather all up that money, and you know what they're doing? They hoard it to themselves. They're not coming around. They're not sharing with nobody. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, read on that.
Verse 8, For the redemption of their soul is precious, and it ceases forever. Verse 9, that he should still live forever, and not see corruption.
Right. Okay.
Verse 10, for he seeth that wise men die. Likewise, the fool and the brutish person perish.
And the thing is that when they gain all that money, they've seen wise men die. They've seen the fools. Is that when those people die, they leave wealth for others. But those ones that don't, they keep that money to themselves. It's nothing that they could do. You know what I'm saying? They can't buy their own redemption. They can't buy theirs. And now when you see they have those old parishioners that the small things that they have, they give it away. They see this from different likes of people, but for them themselves, they know not how to do so because they don't believe in their work. They don't really have faith in the Most High. They don't really have faith in that preaching that they give every Sunday. They don't have that. That's not something that they really believe in. They doing it for a paycheck. Like much of us, they go work a 9 to 5. That's your pastor's 9 to 5. And some of them have 9 to 5s outside of actually going to church. So they're just adding on faith-based wealth that's untaxable. It's untaxable. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? Give me in the book of Proverbs, chapter 11, verse 4. Man. All of this is about the work, man. All of this whole thing, man, throughout this whole time. Think about what you're working toward, man. Think about what it is that you're trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Like was this your first time coming out?
My second time.
Second time.
Yes, sir.
Now, see, the thing is, you doing a good work right now.
Right.
You trying to cleanse yourself up from the world. You know what I'm saying? You want to come learn what this Bible all about, man. I know you seeing the plays and the prophecies come down. So you trying to see what it's about, right? Am I correct? I mean, if I'm wrong, let me know I'm wrong.
You are correct, sir.
See, you know what I'm saying? You got some questions or something? You good?
I'm pretty much just listening and soaking up all the information.
No sweat, man. Most in Christ. Because that's the thing. You know, you got people that when they think about this type of thing, they're not ready to learn. They don't really give a damn about the work. They don't really give a damn about what faith really is. Most people want to come up and they want to flex their knowledge over somebody. Okay, goddamn, if you got knowledge, let's sit back and let's kick. Let's figure out who right and who wrong. Let's figure out who the Lord with and who the Lord not with. Because if you was a Christian, I'll let you know the Lord ain't with you. The Lord's not gonna be with you, not in this place. This is my house. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord is here with me and my brothers. See what I'm saying? You got that for me out?
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 11, verse
4.
Verse 4. Riches profit not in the day of wrath.
Riches profit not in the day of wrath. So all of that money, see, you got wealthy people right now that's coming out on the internet. Like, okay, you know, so if you're from Houston, then you know Slim Thug. Slim Thug just got, he came out, he got the coronavirus. And I hate to use it like came out because they treat it like it's AIDS or something. They treat it damn near like it's like herpes or something, and you gotta come out about it. It's like, damn, man, I got the virus, man. Pray for you, boy. Pray for me, man. But all that money, he said, man, I had all the masks, all the gloves. That shit ain't, Salakia, it did nothing for you. It didn't help you in the day of wrath.
You said who got it?
Slim Thug.
How you?
Yeah, how should I know? He got it like everybody else gets. Like how you catch the cold shit.
Like,
You touch the surface like I touch the
Last
surface.
time I checked, it wasn't even in Texas.
And it's been in Texas, brother. It's been in.
So, like, if I may, all the stories that you heard about people catching coronavirus in the beginning were rich folks.
Right.
Like they the ones that travel. They the ones that want to see the world because they got the money to do it. But the thing about it is they got all the goddamn testing sites for coronavirus in the hood.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But why they don't have them in River Oaks? Why? Because that's you able to travel. You got the money to do it. Tom Hanks came out with it. The NBA players, all the athletes that got money to see the world and get in contact with these other heathens, have it.
Slocky. I don't know if you caught it or not, but what you just said was heavy because all the testing sites are in the hood,
Right.
not in the rich folks' neighborhood. But if it's trending, if it gets you attention,
Right.
you may want to come out and, oh man, I got the coronavirus, man. Pray for your boy. You know how many followers I got. Okay.
Right.
Pray for your boy, man. I'm just doing bad. I mean, I'm gonna make it, Man, they gonna be all right.
Right.
Yeah, they're gonna be all right.
It's just all about attention. They and it's sad to say, but men, just as well as women, have become attention-seeking forms.
Right.
Especially when they got money in their pocket.
Right.
That's all it is. Just seeking attention, wanting the trend. It's all from the bull.
And you want to be just like them so bad. As a matter of fact, there's a precept right here, Isaiah 52:2. It says, Salaki, 1 second. Shake thyself from the dust, arise and sit down, O Jerusalem. Loose thyself from the bands of thy neck, O captive daughter of Zion. Then verse 3 says, for thus saith the Lord, ye have sold yourselves for nothing. We sell ourselves out for nothing every time because we want to be just like the oppressor.
Right.
We want to move right next door to the oppressor and walk our dog and take him to the dog park right with him and scoop up poop with them. You know what I'm saying? And when they go to, oh, I just came back from such and such. Well, let's plan a family trip. We go together, okay? And you go back and you do all this, but yet you still have people in the hood that you leave behind because you want to buddy up with the oppressor and they hate you.
Right.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan was in a country club and they couldn't stand that nigga there. Oh yeah, he's the greatest basketball player ever. I just don't want the nigga stand next to me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like Most High in Christ. You know, they got all them testing sites in the hood because they want it to be mostly the poor black and brown people. But it ain't us, it's them.
Right.
They want to find another reason to, you know, initiate their dominance and control. But they getting really upset that it's not really hitting us like it's hitting them. You know, that's what's so funny.
See, they want a reason to quarantine us and keep us, you know, in our neck of the woods, and that's what we need to do anyway.
Right.
Because they had a testing site in my hood, like I'm talking about for at least 1.5 miles to 2 miles, like cars were lined up. You know what I'm saying? In line, because a lot of them thought that they were supposed to give out them $1,000 FEMA checks. Mm-hmm. So I get tested for coronavirus. Don't give me that check. You know what I'm saying? People just parked up in you know, on the street. They, you know, if they it was a Hispanic meat market right across the street, people getting out the car, going to buy some food, and get back and wait in line. They spending all their money thinking, okay, well, we can get $1,000. Yeah, you can go test me. I know I'm good. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, I don't know, man. It's just get away from these people. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, most of in Christ, man. Because what y'all saying is true. You know what I'm saying? Like, thing is, we as a people, we care too much about the notoriety. Right. We don't care enough about being unpopular. Like the scriptures say, you know what I'm saying? For narrow is the gate, man. You know what I'm saying? When you walk down this path here in this school, it's how many people in the class right now? It's what, 7 people all together? Now, if this was the Christian church, they got mega churches that can seat over 25,000 people. Joel Osteen his regular occupancy of his church is 10,000 or better. That's like going to go see a goddamn college.
It's more than that.
I'm just saying. I'm just giving
the Rockets won 2 championships in that building.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, here I'm not from Houston. So I'm just saying. I'm just giving you a basic number. So it's better than that. So it's got to be at least 25 to 30,000 folks that could actually fit in the goddamn church.
Right.
But they not open right now, man. So now, when it comes to being unpopular for us saying stay separate, people want to be separate now, but we've been separate. This school has been separate from every other faction of people since 1969. Right. And I've been teaching social distancing for longer. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you want to talk about social distancing, you let somebody know I remember when I first came into the school, man, and people would know I was in the UPK. That's social distancing. A motherfucker will get Salakia. They will get the hell away from you, knowing you a part of this school. People will distance themselves from you, and that's the best thing for you because you don't have to fear about the corona. Right. I'm more afraid of the Lord killing me for lying to somebody. I'm more afraid of the Lord killing me for eating pork. I don't have time to worry about the coronavirus. I don't have time for that. I do have, what I got time for is this right here. Teaching Brotherhood to Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. That's what I got time for. You know what I'm saying? That's what the Lord gives you your time for. You living off borrowed time any damn way. When you come here, it's to change your life, to be different, to actually have faith and believe in something that can actually work for you. That's in the name of the school, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Practical meaning being able to use the stuff that you learn on even with people in your everyday life. Man. That's what this is all about. You got some more on that scripture for me, Michael?
Come. But righteousness delivereth from death.
Mm-hmm. Wait, where we at? We at 11? 11 and 4. We start that mug up from the top. Sorry.
All right, this is the book of Proverbs, chapter 11, verse 4. Riches profit not in the day of wrath.
Yeah, so, you know what I'm saying? Just backdrop on that. Nigga, riches can't help you in the day of wrath, man. When the Lord come, when it's come to pay that toll, man, when it's come to pay the piper, no matter how much you got in your pocket, man, the Lord don't accept payments. He don't accept half now, half later. It ain't gonna, your money ain't gonna be worth anything when it comes to the Lord and his judgment. I mean, hell. And if you got the money and you ain't been doing what the Lord told you to do, you ain't been paying your tithes, you ain't been taking care of your people, judgment is going to be rough for you. Because you don't have nobody to lean.
The only payment is obedience or death.
Look, like you said, you know what I'm saying? All he wants is what do you call it? A contrite heart? A broken and contrite heart? Broken and contrite spirit? Something like that. You know, paraphrasing it. The Lord wants you broken anyway. Why did he break you and show you that your money ain't worth nothing? What are you gonna do with yourself? What are you gonna turn to? You gonna continue to try to stack money? Because money ain't saved Slim Thug from the coronavirus. It didn't help any one of those rich people who caught it. Money actually, like the brother brought out, actually brought you closer to it. What keeps poor people from the coronavirus is them not having the option to leave their neighborhood. So the quarantine, like the brother brought out earlier, it's a blessing for our communities because, hey, I can't go anywhere anyway, but now if you're gonna keep me from being outside, I have no choice but to face the children that I once would have to go be at work and away from. Now I actually have to raise them, whether it be for a few weeks, a few months, whatever. Now the same wife that I would normally argue with and the police would get called, the police aren't coming anymore for domestic violences anymore. So now we can't sit up and fight. We gotta sit up and talk shit out with one another. We have to talk to each other. That's the thing what's going on right now, you know what I mean? Let me the rest of that in the left. What we got?
But righteousness delivereth from death.
But righteousness will deliver you from death. We don't eat that here. We don't sleep with whores here. We don't go mingle with oppressors here. We don't go do that. We remain righteous. We don't smoke here. We don't do that. We don't carry in none of those activities, man. And we're staying away from death. We don't fear it, but because of our conduct, how we act when people aren't around, the things that we do, that's what keeps you from death. That's what keeps you from dying. How righteous are you? If you pride yourself on being a righteous brother or a righteous sister, you should be, as the first scripture stated, meditating in the law day and night. That's what's going to keep you from death. There's no amount of money that can keep you from it. It's your work with the Most High. What you do for the Most High. What do you do to keep the Lord on your side? That's what keeps you from death. Not, how many thousands you got in your pocket, how much money you got stored up in your bank account. Hell, stock market falling, so your bank account ain't finna be worth too much in a minute. It's gonna be your righteousness, man, that's gonna keep you from death. That's what's gonna really count in this place. Your work. That's what people are gonna be looking toward here in the oncoming months. The question is gonna be, who the hell is really doing something for their people? That's what the question is gonna be. I'll tell you what, if you have faith, you put that faith in this school that's built here for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You put your faith here. We'll show you how to use that faith. We'll show you what it goes toward. We'll teach you how to actually put in work for the Most High. Because faith without works is dead, man. You see what's dead now. You see that Mecca is closed down. 7 million people a day kiss a filthy rock. They got to put it down because their faith ain't worth nothing. Your faith ain't worth nothing. You can't go kiss the cobblestone this season. You can't make your Hajj. So what about your faith? You don't even believe in your goddamn faith.
I made about that. And those people don't fear death.
No.
Because they'll stand in the middle of a crowd with a cell phone and do it right there. That lets you know that they're not serving the right people, man.
And you know what they do fear? They fear the coronavirus.
Right.
I mean, damn. You scared of dying from the coronavirus, but you ain't scared to strap a bomb on your chest.
Right.
God damn. Same people that steal planes and run them into buildings is scared to kiss a rock that 7 million other people kiss today. They scared to kiss that rock, but you will blow yourself up for your God, but you won't come serve your God because of an upper respiratory infection.
This is above their God.
This is above it. Most High Christ. This is the Most High God bringing down judgment. You know what I'm saying? It is beyond the workings of Allah. Allah does not work in this time. He is taking sick leave at this hour. He will be back in due season. You know what I'm saying? All right, and Lord willing, this will show blacks, Hispanics, that who you should be serving. Not that picture of that white boy on your wall, man. Not seizure bullshit. That's not your God, man. We serve the nigger God, and the nigger God is bringing down wrath. He is jealous, and he's on the brink of fuming. But now, what he's going to judge you off of is your works, what you do. What you do here in this place. Are you going to serve him in this hour? Or are you going to serve yourself? Are you going to be a coward? Or are you going to stand up for righteousness? What are you going to do? It's all about you. Nobody's going to force you into this. I mean, as much as the Lord is trying, he's not going to force you into being righteous. You can see that from the Christian church. I mean, he's giving you every option to be righteous. He has closed down the church. He stopped you from being able to go into the place that teaches you that eating pork is just another form of meat. It's a delicacy. Eating shrimp, crab, and lobster is cool to take your girl out on a first date. He closed that place up. He closed it up for you. He's giving you no choice but to be righteous. But you know what they did? They left the meat market open, and not only was the chicken, the beef, and the lamb gone, guess what? All the pork off the shelves too. Guess who bought the pork? Niggas. Niggas bought the pork. You know what they deemed as an essential necessity during this time? They left the weed shops open. So you know what niggas is gonna do? Niggas is still gonna buy weed during this time to show how much of a crackhead you really are. During this time, when you should be trying to prepare for the worst. As long as I can get high, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make it through the quarantine. But what about when you can't go nowhere and you stuck in your house? The weed runs out. It's gonna run out. What do you do then? Are you gonna lean on God then? No, you ain't. Cause and the thing is, this ain't one of them things where you just let Jesus take the wheel and let him control it. And you know, if the Lord want me to have it, he gonna give it to me. Hell no, that ain't the way it works. The way it works is you do what the hell you told and you escape punishment. Not saying you're not gonna get tested, because hell, in this walk we walk, we know all about tests. If you're weak, Satan gonna try you. And if you ain't strong within yourself, you're not going to be eligible within yourself. You're not going to have the strength to do these works here. You're not going to be able to come feed brothers at camp. You know what I'm saying? When we out there for 8 hours, you're not going to be able to stand those 8 hours if you weak, because you're going to be scared of the coronavirus. You're going to be scared to catch corona. Now, when the next thing come out that it jumps on you just from passing the mud. When it's something that you just catch from just walking past the mud, then what do you do? Now what do you do? Because the corona, at least somebody got a cough on you. Now when the Lord's in the next thing and it's just you catch it just by walking by them, how scared are you gonna be then? What are your works gonna be like then? Go ahead.
And the holy water can't wash it off.
Oh hell no. They found some tainted holy water just a minute ago. Yeah. The holy water has corona in it, man.
Where is your personal relationship
with God at now? Where?
You know,
Come.
Where is it now? Because I know a lot of people that say they got a personal. One of y'all should have had a strong enough relationship to where you're like, come on, God, let us make it. You know what I'm saying?
Where's
Like,
it?
That's Salaki.
like will be done.
He on the main line, but what did he say?
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like it's crazy because we have all these Christian sayings, you know what I'm saying? That these Christians go over, you lean on Jesus, won't he do it? I like that, won't he do it? I ain't gonna lie, right now, I promise you, that's one of my favorite ones right now. They be like, damn, nigga, they can talk about the coronavirus and they hear a nigga like me in the background, won't he do it? I be wilding right now, cause and I be wondering, well, what the hell is wrong?
Right.
What the hell, what am I saying that's so wrong? Because we talking about the things that the Lord is gonna do. This is one of them things that the Lord will do. Punishment and destruction.
That's Salaki.
Judgment.
Is outstanding that we have these classes to pound in their heads what it is that we see. Because if they not paying attention to these classes, they not understanding these scriptures, and they don't understand our mind frame, our spirit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because without this class, you just looking at us as a bunch of hateful niggas who just don't care about nobody. But when you get into these classes and you listen to the scriptures we bring out, and then we compare them to real life situations, and then you start understanding where we coming from. Now, for those who just gotta be coons, they never gonna catch it. But for those where the veil uncover their eyes and they start seeing who the real priests and prophets of the Most High is, it's a blessing. They are grateful. They thankful. You know what I'm saying? And we need these classes so we can continue to open up eyes. This is still a lot more work to be done.
Right.
You know, but again, faith without work is dead.
Dead. And what's so heavy about what you're saying is, man, is that you're right. In times past, I'm not one of those people that would have seen brothers in this school and been like, you know, they hateful. That's hate speech they preaching about, because I was one of them people that knew that, you know, when you grew up with a black woman, there's something that you begin to understand about yourself. That she's not yelling at you solely because she wants to yell at you. Sometimes she yells at you because you know you hard-headed. You know you bad as hell. And you need somebody to yell things to you to catch your attention.
Right.
Now, damn what was being said, because sometimes there was a message. Now, other times, because she's a woman, emotion does take over. But I do understand that some of those times, I'm, you know, I was a force to be reckoned with myself. But we gonna end the class on this note. I got one more scripture. Let me get the book of Revelations, chapter 3, verse 17. And this is just to pour on one more time, you know, what we've been speaking about. Revelations chapter 3, verse 17.
This is book of Revelations, chapter 3, verse 17. Because thou sayest, I am rich and increase with goods and have need of nothing.
Right there. Now, thing is, we finna get this, y'all finna get these little severance packages from Donald Trump. You know what I'm saying? You done bought yourself up your house right now. And you know, in a moment here, they may catch a handle on the coronavirus. But go on. Increase with goods and have not need of nothing.
And increase with goods and have need of nothing. And knowest not that thou art wretched. And
right here. Now, thing is, when you get those things, you're gonna have in your mind that you're doing better, but you need to remember that you're still poor, you're wretched. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And poor and blind and naked.
Thing is, you wretched, you're miserable, you're poor, you blind, and you naked. What does that mean? That means you're not seeing what's going on right now. You're destroyed and you naked. You without protection. When you want to see, when you need somebody to help you see, you come look up the I.S.U.P.K.
Right.
You come right here to these doors. You destroyed, you need help building yourself back up. You look at these brothers in these boots, braids, and shields, and you understand that these men here will help build you up. We will help build this nation. And if you're naked and you're without protection, we will protect you. We're going to give you a culture to guide you and lead you through these perilous times in this place, man. You know what I'm saying? You got a precept or something?
Yeah, as far as us with the I.S.U.P.K, man,
ahead.
the book of Tobit. This is in the Old Testament, in the Apocrypha, chapter 4, verse 18. Ask counsel of all that are wise, and despise not any counsel that is profitable. So when we tell you that it's not wise for you to continue to get this pork that's in the stores because that's all that's left, we mean that. Don't do it. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, if you despise that, you will get the coronavirus.
Right.
You will, somebody will knock you over the head when you enter that parking lot because you got a basket full of groceries and they don't. You know what I'm saying?
Like, if I'm not mistaken, don't pork along with that and other stuff you're not supposed to eat weaken your immune system.
Huh.
And the coronavirus is attacking those with weak immune systems.
Yeah, it is.
Hmm.
Yeah, it is.
Makes you think.
Right.
All right, so now with that, I'm gonna pass the class over to Preaching Officer Ron. You know what I'm saying, for the announcements, man. Like, I'm gonna pass the matter of fact, I'm gonna pass the class over to Trooper Kanaz, man. You got the announcements on the class? And if you could, you gonna come to class regularly? You gonna be here on Tuesdays? I don't see you every Tuesday. No sweat. I'm gonna make sure he messages you the announcements out what you got going on.
I.S.U.P.K. security announcements. We're the I.S.U.P.K. starting on 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother and sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, Numbers 18 and 21, Malachi 3, 8 and 10, means 10th in the Hebrew, Mayasharah, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the Treasury Department a teacher. Priesthood, free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming and holy convocations, Passover, which is postponed until further notice. If anyone would like to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black, boots, shirts, pants, headband, or scarf. This concludes the security announcement.
All right, now with that, man, we're gonna give a courtesy salute to the brothers and sisters, men of Israel. I.M.A.J.M. Shabbat. I.M.A.J.M. Barak. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barakatah. Yazmatat. Sar. Turn to the sisters. Courtesy salute for the sisters, men of Israel. I.M.A.J.M. Shabbat. I.M.A.J.M. Barak. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Yazmatat. It's Mitch.
Please hold on talking so we clear online.
Top, top. Where are they coming?